Voyager 2, launched in 1977, has been silently traveling through the depths of space for over 45 years. Most believed its greatest contributions were long behind it, but recently something extraordinary occurred, an event so significant that a Nobel Prize-winning physicist has issued a chilling warning. Voyager 2 has made a discovery once thought impossible, one that could challenge not only our understanding of the cosmos, but the very fabric of reality. What exactly did it uncover? Why is this discovery being kept so quiet? And could this ancient probe have stumbled upon something humanity was never meant to encounter? Back in the early 1970s, NASA scientists realized a rare and remarkable alignment of the outer planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune would occur only once every 176 years. This configuration created the perfect opportunity for a single spacecraft to slingshot from one planet to the next, using their gravity to accelerate without additional fuel. The mission was called the Grand Tour, and it reshaped space exploration forever. Voyager 2 was the first of its twin probes to launch, built to take full advantage of this unique planetary alignment. Despite being equipped with only 68 kilobytes of memory and what are now outdated instruments, it remains the only spacecraft in history to have visited all four of those distant worlds. Each planetary flyby delivered astonishing revelations. Jupiter's immense storms and volcanic moons, Saturn's intricate rings and the thick haze of Titan, Uranus's tilted axis and magnetic oddities, and Neptune's deep blue atmosphere and violent winds. These discoveries weren't just fascinating, they were transformative. But when Voyager 2 passed to Neptune in 1989, the world assumed its mission had concluded. Its cameras were turned off, the media lost interest, and the probe faded into the cosmic background. However, what few realized at the time was that Voyager 2's true journey was just beginning. For decades, it continued to drift quietly beyond the known solar system, past Pluto, past the Kuiper Belt, and beyond the reach of the Sun's protective magnetic bubble. In 2018, NASA confirmed that Voyager 2 had crossed the heliopause, the boundary where the solar wind ends and interstellar space begins. It joined Voyager 1 as one of only two human-made objects to reach this uncharted region. But unlike its twin, Voyager 2 still had several functioning scientific instruments, and what it began transmitting back to Earth shocked scientists. Instead of finding a calm and quiet expanse, Voyager 2 encountered turbulence, a chaotic realm of energetic particles and magnetic fields that defied expectations. Rather than decreasing, plasma density spiked, cosmic rays surged in inexplicable patterns, and magnetic fields twisted in ways that contradicted existing models. Interstellar space, it turned out, wasn't empty, it was active, alive even. Then came the moment that forced even the most skeptical physicists to reconsider their assumptions. In early 2024, Voyager 2 sent back a data packet that was immediately flagged as unusual. At first, NASA believed it to be a technical error, unsurprising, for a spacecraft powered by decaying plutonium and ancient software. But as the Deep Space Network decoded the transmission, it became clear this was no glitch. The data revealed a burst of high-frequency electromagnetic activity that was too structured to be random and far too powerful to originate from the probe itself. The instruments recorded spikes in plasma oscillations and, most unsettling of all, a shift in background radiation that implied a localized warping of space-time. Let that sink in. Localized space-time curvature, detected by a 45-year-old probe billions of miles from Earth, with no nearby black holes or massive gravitational bodies. According to Einstein's theories, such an event should be impossible. And yet, the data was consistent. A Nobel Prize-winning physicist, whose identity remains undisclosed for security reasons, reviewed the findings and issued a stark comment. This is not a natural region of space. Something is at work here. Since then, NASA has gone silent. There have been no public statements, no press briefings. Voyager 2 continues its lonely voyage, now under closer surveillance than ever before. Could this be the first time we've detected an artificial gravitational signature in space? Or has the spacecraft ventured into a region where the universe, or something within it, is constructing something beyond our comprehension? Voyager 2 was always more than a machine. Affixed to its side is the Golden Record, a 12-inch gold-plated disc containing music, greetings in 55 languages and sounds of Earth, along with a cosmic map pointing back to our planet. Carl Sagan called it a message in a bottle cast into the vast ocean of space. But what if that message has been found? What if the signals Voyager 2 has been sending aren't discoveries at all, but replies? The structured plasma burst, the strange space-time shift, and the sudden change in signal patterns, they weren't isolated events. They followed a sequence, a rhythm, a pattern. And if something out there found Voyager 2, examined the Golden Record, decoded it, and understood it, then this could be humanity's first true contact. And the physicists' warning wasn't about fear, it was about readiness. Because what Voyager 2 might have found suggests we're not alone, and we may have just knocked on a door. Soon after the anomaly, something even more disturbing occurred. Several of Voyager 2's core instruments went quiet. Devices that had reliably sent data for decades suddenly registered nothing. No cosmic rays, no plasma waves, no magnetic fields. It was as if the probe had entered a region where the very fabric of reality went dark. And when the data flow resumed, the signal's frequency had shifted slightly. Not enough to sever contact, but just enough for NASA engineers to notice. The change wasn't programmed, wasn't expected, and wasn't random. It was mathematically precise. So precise, in fact, that some believe it was an external adjustment, as if something or someone had tuned the probe signal from the outside. This prompted a terrifying question. Who, or what, had done it? Inside NASA and among global astrophysics circles, a deep divide has emerged. On one side are traditionalists, who argue these anomalies can be explained by natural cosmic phenomena, perhaps a high-energy particle storm or a type of interstellar turbulence we've never encountered. But others, iconoclasts and independent thinkers, including the Nobel physicist, aren't so sure. According to leaked transcripts, the physicist stated privately, "Either this is a new form of energy interaction, or Voyager 2 has been altered. Either way, we've crossed into something beyond human science." Whispers have surfaced of private research groups, funded by anonymous benefactors, running simulations to replicate the signal patterns. Some results allegedly resembled structured non-human logic systems, almost like a mathematical language hidden within the static. Yet none of the models could replicate the anomaly using known physics. In short, something in the signal not only escapes understanding, it resists it. Behind the scenes, intelligence agencies, including the U.S. Department of Defense and foreign equivalents, began monitoring Voyager transmissions more closely. Internal memos described the event as a potential extraterrestrial signature with unknown intent. Why would defense departments care about a glitchy relic from the 1970s? Because if this signal is truly artificial, then we're no longer discussing science, we're talking about first contact with all the geopolitical ramifications that come with it. Think about it. Voyager 2 carries a map to Earth, images of humans, greetings, and even DNA diagrams. If it has indeed made contact, then something out there now knows exactly where we are, and what we are. Understandably, governments are asking, what if this isn't the end of a signal chain, but the beginning? What if we've triggered a sequence of events we can no longer control? NASA, for its part, has neither confirmed nor denied any of these claims. But their sudden silence, coupled with tightened security around Voyager's data streams, has only fueled speculation. If there's nothing to hide, why does it feel like something is being hidden? As debates rage across scientific and political arenas, a deeper and more unnerving question has begun to take shape in the public consciousness. Are we ready to accept that we're not alone? For generations, humanity has looked up at the stars and wondered if there's anyone else out there. We've dreamed of contact through stories, films, and faith. But we've never seriously prepared for the possibility that the answer might come not through a massive alien craft or dramatic arrival, but through a faint, cryptic signal from an aging spacecraft floating beyond the sun's reach. If Voyager 2 has made contact even unintentionally, then everything changes. Not just scientifically, but spiritually, existentially. What happens to our identity, our cultures, our religions, and our politics when we are no longer the most intelligent beings we know? What if we're not the apex of consciousness, but one among many? Voyager 2 wasn't built to discover life. It wasn't a search probe or a radar. It was a quiet messenger sent into the stars with a simple message: we exist. And now it seems something may have answered. Whether the anomaly was a gravitational ripple, an encoded signal, or something completely outside our conceptual frameworks, one truth remains. Voyager 2 has done what no spacecraft has ever done. It pierced the veil of the known, and the unknown may be looking back.